Hello, hello, hello. It's been quite a long time since I made another video, and today there's actually some interesting audits coming up with basically an auction house that exists for a long time, but now rebranded, and they rebranded everything from the websites to the the symbol or that they were used to, and it was not all also perfect. The website had some problems, but they do. It's one of these old English auction houses, and they do have an interesting banknote auction coming up, 26th, 27th of May. Of course, this will be either live or in their offices in London, and there are quite some interesting banknotes there. It's not as fancy as Pink, for example. It's also not as broad in terms of banknotes as Heritage, which actually Heritage is actually having another auction now, Heritage Europe, um, next weekend. So I think it's from 16th to the 20th. It's only 1 day banknotes. The rest is basically coins and what other things. But also there are a lot of good lots, more on a I would say cheaper side. Here, this one will have a bit of everything, but here I just want to showcase some of the banknotes that you could bid, and these are, well, some of the nicest ones. We'll start with Northern Ireland, something that we don't talk so often. This is actually a very, very nice banknote. It's in extremely, extremely fine. £100. Pick is 186. I'm not really sure how this fares in the market, to be honest. The back is not so impressive, but it's typical of that time. I'm not really sure how this fares in the market in terms of price. It says 800 to £1,000, maybe, maybe not. It's just something that you don't see every day, especially the £100, which was the highest value. The next one in this auction, there's something quite interesting, and you can see here in the back of these banknotes, there's the Lawrence Pope collection, which is, or at least partially the collection, not the whole collection, of course. This colleague is an active member of the IBNS. He is probably the biggest collector of Portuguese colonies banknotes, so has a very interesting collection, and I believe he's selling it now, part of it later. But in this auction, out of the 1,100 banknotes, around 200 are from his collection, and quite some interesting ones. This is a specimen. Actually, most of them are specimens for this auction with his collection. This is for Portuguese India. Um, 15S, absolutely beautiful banknote, still with the attachment. Of course, it's specimen. Price 2,000, 2,600. I would say it will go even further than that. Of course, I'm not going to bid on this one. I don't have this amount of money. Next, and something that I would actually be even more interested is also from his collection, is Big 19S, also Portuguese India. These are numbered. Then you see here a lot of annotations on the side. Beautiful banknote. The back is basically what you also have in other banknotes from Portugal at the time. This is for tangas, which at the time in Portuguese India they use like the same structure as pennies, pounds, and yeah, the same British uh, way of doing things in order to be, well, almost pegged to the rupee. Interesting banknote. This one, 1,500 to £2,000. Not sure it's gonna go there, but I would actually like this one very much. Next, and these is just an oddity. Um, and here you see, probably a lot of you will have this banknote from Bank of Angola, this big 104, but this was actually not the face. The face is, that was issued is from Luís Camões, so Portuguese poet from the 16th century, 16th, 17th century. Um, in this case, they had this essay where they would have Marshal Carbonell da Costa, which was at the time the president of Portugal, and the dictatorship that was basically ruled by the prime minister. Um, I think they went to the right solution. Nevertheless, it's an interesting to see this essay. Price 100, 250 pounds. Yeah, these are just photographs, so I'm not really sure if it will go that. I'm not so keen on photographs being sold. Yeah. Next, an oddity. Um, and to be honest, in a lot of years, I had never seen one of these um, in specimens of Gustav, um, and also PNG graded. So here you have the Pig 47, so the last pig of the German Federal Republic, so Bundesrepublik Deutschland. Um, in the specimen, price 1,500 to 2,000, yeah, maybe. And I do have this banknote, but not in in the specimen. I don't collect so many specimens, but this is actually a very interesting thing. Next, I'm gonna bring another two Portuguese ones, and these are also archival photographs in a book. So they have some annotations, and you can see those in here, taken on the 5th of June in 1903. This is quite an interesting oddity. This was still during the Kingdom of Portugal, so prior to 1910. The banknotes are not beautiful at all. It's just something strange. Pig 72, 240 to 300 pounds, and then you have also Pig 73, the same format. It's just an interesting thing that they put now these at sale, especially when some of these companies, Brandbury and all that, yeah, they either went bankrupt or sold part of their archive. Next, still Portuguese India. This is not from Pope's collection. This is a different one, but it's an issued banknote, very rare. Pig 32, amazing banknote, 10 rupees, so a lot of money at the time. It's not in a very good state. I think it's very fine around that. Here you have with the tiger at the back, extremely nice banknotes. Would really like to have this, but 1,500 pounds, and I'm not sure if it's going to go there, but it's just way too steep. And next, I'm bringing you two banknotes of the Soviet Union. And something special about this one is that you do see this quite a lot, or not quite a lot, but they do come up in auctions, and they do come up in on eBay, etc. Big 182 and big 183. Probably some of the most colorful banknotes of the Soviet Union. It's from 1923, or at least prior to the Second World War. Um, the good thing about this one is that you barely see them in this pristine state. This one is almost uncirculated for 15,000 rubles. And this one, which is actually my favorite, it's uncirculated with some spots here and there. But these are, yeah, very decent in this state. So this is something that I'm probably going to bid on. Just two last ones, and this is probably the highest price point at one of the highest price points at the auction. You don't see this so often. The 1,000 dirhams from the UAE in the first edition, pick number 6. It's an extraordinary banknote, colorful. I think it's the one with the nicest colors from the series. The back is actually not so nice, I would say, but the front is just absolutely beautiful. Pricing point 5,000 to 7,000 pounds. Yeah, that's steep. And last but not the least, and this is on the cheaper side, but it's a banknote that was never issued, at least not in this format, the 500 kwacha from Zambia. Yeah, with the Nkrumah here. A very interesting one because I had seen this before, but it's actually a nice one. It's mounted, so there's no back. It's an interesting thing if you like this kind of oddities. Yeah, and that's it. There's many more other banknotes if you want to look at the catalog. There's, I think, for more or less every pocket. There's also collections, etc. So just take a look and see if something fits you. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.